What up? What y'all talking about today? Let me get some likes and shit like that so people know that that I'm in here. I'm all alone today, folks. I got a few minutes. I got about an hour before my next call, so I figure I would spend some time helping you folks out. And I have been so busy the last 2 months. I haven't. Of course, you see my posts and stuff back here in the group, but I haven't been able to comment on your shit. I haven't been able to do a live stream video until yesterday, and that was just because my friend Marshall Silver really been asking me to do that for a while, and I had to break my busy streak to be able to do that. And so I thought, man, shit, after I did that yesterday, we had such a great time. There's a couple thousand of you that watched the video, and I thought, fuck, dude, I'm slacking in my group as your leader. I got to show up a little bit more, right? Be showing up for Apex all the time. I don't be showing up for you guys the same. Of course, they pay, you don't. There's a difference, right? But I want to talk to you guys about follow-up. I'll explain to you where I got this idea, and I'm going to help you guys out. It's going to be live interaction, okay? So I'm going to be giving you guys questions, and you're going to be answering in the comments, and we're going to be going back and forth. So hit the thumbs up button, get some folks to watch this. You can watch it at work. I'm not going to say something. Hopefully, I won't say nothing too inappropriate, but it's going to be good follow-up stuff. So I'm going to talk about specific follow-up plans for you, all right? Just so you're paying close attention to me here. But I have some folks that I look for some logo guys. Some people can make logos and emblems and shit, things for t-shirts and stuff. And I made a post on Facebook, and I don't know, probably 20 or 30 of them hit me up, right? And they hit me up in the DM and everything else, and many of them followed up with me. Let's say roughly, let's say that 20 people that are logo people hit me up, and 5 of them followed up with me more than once, okay? So that is what, 20%, okay? That's the 80-20 rule. So that's 20% of them that actually followed up with me. That means that 80% of those motherfuckers didn't even follow up past the, hey, if you need a logo guy, hit me up. That's 80% of your competition, right? Your competitors, the people around you, other people in your office. That's how 80% of the sales force is, right? There's a prime example, right? They say, hey, man, if you need some shit, hit me up. Like sales isn't one of these industries where things come to you. It isn't where you're like, hey, it's your time and your convenience, come give me money. Sales is something where you have to be aggressive. You got to look sales in the eye. You got to ask for it. You got to be willing to follow up. Now, here's why I say this. 80% of those people said, hey, if you need a logo, here, hit me up or whatever, right? 20% of them followed up with me. 0% of them followed up the right way. Okay, so when I say the right way, I'm going to be extra picky here. I'm a sales snob. All right, I'm just going to say it as it is. I am a sales snob. I think I'm a better salesperson than you. I think I'm a better salesperson than anybody out there. And so when I see people that aren't perfect, because I'm sales snob, when I see people who aren't doing this shit and executing it perfectly, it's as if I'm a judge and you're out there asking for a 10 and I'm giving you a 6.2, right? And that's just me. It's my nature. I can't help it. I'm judging you, right? From watching your sales pitch and watching your follow-up, I'm judging you, right? And I'm judging you not oftentimes based on not how good your product is or whatever, how good of a salesperson you are, whether I'm buying from you or not. My team just got on to me this week because they're like, you buy from everybody, and then you only end up sticking with the one that works. That's how I test shit. They're like, knock it off. You're spending too much money on dumb shit. I'm like, all right, I got it. Get it? It's unnecessary, Stewman. But I fucking give people chances, But back to the story here. These folks followed up with me, and 0 of them, 0%, followed up the right way. Here's how most of them followed up. The first time they're like, hey, man, I saw your post about a logo. If you need me to give you some examples or whatever, hit me up, schedule a time, whatever that call to action was, right? The second follow-up was, hey, man, just checking in. Never heard back from you. After the second one, let's say only 2 of them followed up past that, and they're probably still following up until they watch this video. They're probably still following up, but every time it's like, hey, just checking in to see if you still need logos. Hey, yo, you still looking for logos? You still looking for logos over there? Right? It's follow-up, okay? And I'll give it that, and it works. But as a sales snob, it's not good follow-up, right? That good follow-up. Man, there's 2 types of follow-up that happens from sales professionals, okay? Follow-up number 1 makes the prospect go, fuck, I wish this guy would leave me alone. Follow-up number 2 goes, man, I love it when he reaches out. Which would you rather be? Like, answer in the comments. Which would you rather be? Would you rather be the sales guy that when you're following up with them, they say, fuck, I wish that person would leave me alone? Or do you wish that you were the type? So type 1 for if you want to be the salesperson that gets left alone. Type 2 if you're like, man, I love it when they follow up with me. Right? I know I want to be number 2. What do you want to be? Right? Who does number 2 work for? I want to be number 2. The reason why I want to be number 2 is because I want people to look forward to my follow-up. If I'm following up and I'm only pissing them off and pushing them away, then what am I doing with my follow-up? I'm wasting it. Right? So we got to, like many of you, you're wasting your follow-up. You know, you're out there and you're following up and you're making it about you. You're following up going, hey, when are you going to send me some business? You're following up going, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? Follow up say, hey, I think you need my shit, right? It's always about you on the follow-up. And that's, if not 80, 99% of you when you follow up. Like I said, 0% followed up perfectly. And I'm going to give you the perfect follow-up formula. This is exactly that's what we're here for. And I'm going to help you in several different industries. That's why you guys are going to want to use the comments and stuff. And so I'm legitimately going to help you today. I'm not just here to like make you feel bad and make you feel inadequate, call myself a sales snob, drop the mic, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to give you guys some actionable information today. But I want you to understand the psychology of what's going on here. In sales, right? When we start in sales, our sales manager, maybe our sales mentor, maybe the book we read, it teaches us prospecting and selling, right? There's not a lot of like go to sales follow-up class, right? Dan Locke got famous from like the one call close, not from the follow-up process. You know why he got famous from the one call close? Because that's a hell of a lot sexier than the 20 call close. We all would rather fucking have, you want to have a 1 call close or a 20 call close? Fuck yeah, but hey, here's what's really going on. 99% of the sales are coming from the 20 call close, not the 1 call close. The thing that's sexy is never the thing you should get married to. Right there is no sex in the champagne room. Sorry, I know I told you this was going to be appropriate for work, and once again, I lied. Back to the story here. Dan Locke, I like the guy, but he's selling this 1 call close. And listen, we do a lot of 1 call closes in our business, but that's because we have automation and techniques and everything else in the front end selling them. By the time they get to us, all it is a call. The same with Dan. I know his setup. I know his marketing team. He's doing the same thing. So our version of 1 call close includes a 20-touch email campaign, a 20-touch text campaign, a 20-touch ad campaign, right? So you just have to think of it on a bigger level than that. But here's the thing. Nobody's teaching the follow-up because the follow-up's not sexy. And what they do is they try to teach you this 1 call sell and this 1 call close and how to prospect and go get new people in, but they don't teach you where the real money's at and how to make the real money and following up with people. When you get your sales manager, he's always telling you, go get new people, and follow up. And you're like, what do I do when you follow up? Just ask them if they're ready to buy you. What do I do when I follow up? To see if they're ready to buy you. That's what you're following up for. I'm like, fuck, how annoying is that? Right? Like, there was a guy I looked at cars, Ferraris, when I was in Miami, back for GrowthCon, I think it was. And nice guy. And about once a month, he hits me up. He says, hey, are you still looking for a Ferrari? That's about it. And again, I'm not really looking for a Ferrari, so I don't really pay much attention to it. It's not offensive, but it's kind of selfish. But again, it is, he follows up. Now, there's another guy I know up the street here who's always trying to sell me. But when I get his emails, I like it because he's always got my best interest in mind. When he sends me an email, he's like, dude, I just picked up this Bentayga. It's loaded. It's black interior. I don't know if you're still looking or not, but you were like the first person that came to my mind. See, he's like appealing to me. The other dude's like, hey, man, you trying to buy a Ferrari from me. And this dude's like, hey, man, I know that you were looking for one of these. Check this out. I think it's exactly what you want. If you haven't found one yet, you can come check this one out. Right, all of a sudden, I get excited every time the second car guy follows up with me because I know he's got my best interest in mind. The first guy just sounds like he's just trying to get a deal done. Hey, dog, So how do you have good follow-up? Okay, so in Apex, I'm going to let you guys in on a little something. In Apex, we have something called the M3 method. You can read my book on it. It's on Amazon. It's like $5 or so. But I've written a book called the M3 method. And the M3 is the media marketing method. Basically, it's 80% of your content needs to be entertaining and engaging for your audience. Doesn't need to be about your work. 20% is to pay the bills. Now, again, you can go in more detail by grabbing the book. I'm not necessarily here to sell books, but it's an absolutely great book. You'd be a fool not to buy it for $5 over on Amazon. I don't have a link to it. It's just Amazon.com and type in Ryan Stewman. You'll find it. But here's the thing. Your follow-up needs to follow that same model. right? Your follow-up needs to be like 5 good pieces of value-added content for them and one call to action for you, okay? So first of all, many of you are just winging it, okay? I'm not trying to lean in and jump on your ass here, but like, hear me out. It's come from a heart because I want you guys to be successful. Many of you are just winging it, right? You have no plan of attack. You don't know what objections are thrown your way on a regular basis. You don't have any kind of fucking script that you're going off of, and you don't have any, you're just like, you pick up the call and just fucking, hey, maybe this guy will buy something from me. Let's have words and make noises with our mouth until, like, you know what? They've made noises with their mouth, and if those noises agree with these noises, we'll make some noise in their wallet. Like, that's how most of you are doing this shit. You're just winging it. First of all, stop that. Okay, the beautiful thing about automating, and I didn't learn this until I got into the digital age, and for those of you that are going, oh man, here he goes with this tech shit, man, you're going to be fucking left behind if you don't grasp what I'm telling you. I didn't get this until I started learning the tech stuff, like follow-up emails, right? So when you write follow-up emails, I'm writing an email, like some of y'all got my email today. I wrote that bitch 1.5 years ago. But you're just now at that point into my funnel to where emails are coming that I wrote a long time ago that you're getting. Okay, the emails that you get at any point, I'm not writing in real time. They've been written months ahead of time for me. Okay, but they seem timely, and they're follow-up emails, and there's 4 or 5 emails with a blog post, a video, some advice, some entertainment, and then one, hey, won't you buy tickets to the $1 Million Mastermind? That's what I'm following up with you about, is getting you to buy tickets to my event. But I'm not going to hit you with every email saying, hey, you should buy a ticket for an event. You should buy a ticket for an event. Matter of fact, when I just ran a special to launch it, every single email that I sent told a story and a lesson about the speakers and then how you could hear them at the event. And so all that stuff, I wrote that way ahead of time. And so the reason why I tell you this, all of you need to be writing your shit ahead of time. You need to have your follow-up automated. If it's a bullshit part of the process and you don't like it, then automate it. I don't like it, automate it, okay? And so forcing me to think ahead of what would they want to read 3 emails in? What would they want to read 4 emails in? What would they want to read 5 emails? What if we're going to need 20 touches? The average human being makes 30,000 decisions a day. 4,000 of them decisions are whether to buy something or not, and only about 5 of those decisions actually get money spent on it on a daily basis. Now think about that for a second. 30,000 decisions, 4,000 regarding money, 5, not 5,000, not 500, 5 monetary transactions on average per day. Okay, so we got to be fucking 1 in 40 fucking thousand as far as our follow-up game goes. You guys understand how important this is? We live in an age where fucking 30,000 fucking decisions daily. What shirt to wear, what time to go live, what Facebook post to read, what button to click, what emoji to use, what text to send, what shoes to wear, what car to drive, what route to work, what door to open, what way to push, every single thing that you guys just, most of us automate through our life. We don't even realize the shit's just fucking automated up here. And so I say all of this because those are fucking things that we don't like. It's not exciting to open a door. It's not exciting to drive to work. So we automate that shit mentally, most of us. The same thing with your follow-up. When you start thinking ahead, guess what? You get better, right? Because you're not just living in the moment. You're able to take your step back and go, okay, look, if I got to touch this person 20 times, what would I want to hear 20 times? Instead of, oh, fuck, it's another day. We just burn through the list because the boss makes us call all the numbers every day. See, we have 3 forms of follow-up. Okay, you guys write this down, get your pen out, right? So we got 3 forms of follow-up, okay? If they're a red-hot lead, which means they're buying in the next week, take notes. If they're a red-hot lead, which means they're buying in the next week, we follow up with them daily. The same process I'm about to share with you, but we do it daily, okay? If we know they're going to buy in the next 30 days, the next 90 days, we follow up with them weekly, not every day. If you ain't gonna buy for 90 days, what the fuck would I want to bother you 90 times for? All I'm gonna do is piss you off. All I'm gonna do is get on your nerves and be like, God damn, is this the 88th time this son of a bitch is following up? Look, I only gotta get in front of you 20 times. And if I talk to you and put you in follow-up once a week for the next 20 weeks, right? Which is about 90 days, a little bit more than 90 days, then guess what? Right? Like, I got you once a week. For people that aren't gonna buy 6 months or more out, we just follow up with them once a month. That's it. And so here's the beautiful thing. The people that were following up once a month eventually become once a weekers, and the once a weekers eventually become once a dayers, and the once a dayers eventually become clients if we've got our follow-up right. Some of y'all are calling people that are 6, 8, 10 months out. Y'all are calling them daily and weekly. You ain't got to do that. It's daily if they're red hot. If they're 90 or so days out, they're a week. And if they're more than 90 or so days out, then they need to be once a month, right? I don't care what you sell. Now, this is the cool part. So now we know we got to touch them 20 times. We got to email them. We got to call them. What are we going to talk about in those 20 times? Man, back in 2008, when I did mortgages, I had different signatures programmed into Microsoft Outlook. That's how I've always been like this. Different signatures in Microsoft Outlook, and they were all my follow-up. So I would just click send email, change the signature out to my follow-up template. Boom, there we were. Off to the race. It's the coolest thing ever. And so I would come in every morning. I would send all my follow-ups out according. I would have them organized by red, green, yellow, and blue and purple flags. Jason Salmons, he's in this group. He's seen it. I taught it to him. And the shit worked, right? Because we followed up accordingly. Now, again, I had pre-programmed all my templates to go out, right? So I had already made all these signatures. I didn't have to show up to work every day and start typing a new email. I didn't have to show up to work every day and start making a new video. Like all the sequences were already mapped out. I did it one and done, and it works forever. The same with my emails that I have right now. So that's the beauty of what I'm about to share with you is once you do this once, you're done with it, okay? So if we know that we need 20 touches in order to be one of those 5 exchanges of cash out of 40,000 on a daily basis, right? If we know that we need to follow give, right? So we need to give them value, remind them that we sell a product, right? If that's the process we're gonna do, email 1 is gonna go something like this. Whether it's phone call 1 or email 1, follow-up number 1 needs to be like this. It needs to be, hey, it's Ryan Stewman over here. I know that we spoke a week ago and you expressed that you were sort of interested in thinking about purchasing our program. That's awesome. I noticed on your application, and I didn't catch this when we were talking, that you had in the past worked in XYZ company. And I know as a part of their training, they do some of this XYZ training. So what I've done is I've got an article here that I've found that's very useful and a video to go along with it that I got off of YouTube that I think will help you in your sales meeting this week, help you guys sell a little bit more. And it may not even be my video and article. It could be an article from entrepreneur.com. It could be a video from somebody that I know, or it's like a Grant Cardone or a Zig Ziglar or Ed Milet or some shit like that, right? But all of a sudden, I'm just getting in front of them. That's all follow-up is like, we're just reminding them that we're here, but reminding them that, hey, every time we show up, we got good stuff for you. Then email 2 a week later. Let's say that they're on this, they're buying within 90 days. Email 2, phone call 2, whatever, a week later. Hey, it's just following up to see if you watched that video last week. My part is about the 2-minute section where he goes through that closing process. That is hands down priceless. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, here's the link again. And I actually paused it on this 2 minutes and 3 seconds starting points that all you gotta do is click it and watch for about 10 seconds to get what I'm talking about. At that point, you'll know whether you want to watch the whole thing or not. Again, you can always reply to this email if you have any questions or anything else, man. I really like what you guys are doing, and I think about you often, and I'm trying to give you the tools that I've got my hands on that'll help y'all out. And again, I'm coming from a given space. Email number 3, I'm gonna give them a little bit more. Hey, here's another video, or here's another article, or I might send them a book in the mail, right? Because you can go to Amazon and buy a book for like $5, $10 and just mail your prospects. That's like, I might get them a gift, some e-com Shopify store, and send them a gift, right? So then I'm always giving them something. Then when I'm about 5, 6 gives deep, I'm saying, by the way, we haven't really talked about it, but I still have those tickets to the XYZ seminar available for you. If that's something you're still interested in, just reply to this email and I'll get you on the VIP list, and I'll get you a link where you can save a few dollars. Then back to email number 7, I'm back to giving again. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I'm giving. Right? 13, I'm going to ask for business again. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, I'm going to give, and then I'm going to hit them with 19 for business again. So if we got to do 20 touches to get their business, I've got to give 16 points of value in order to earn those 4 fucking spots asking for the business, right? 16 phone calls, text messages, emails where I am adding to them. I am imparting my wisdom, my experience, and my give a shit attitude into them, right? And so I need you guys to understand this. So I've got to spend 16 out of 20 adding value and 4 out of 20 only after I've given 4 previous saying, hey, by the way, if you need this, I still have it available as well. And so what you guys, I'm going to challenge you guys, and what I would challenge you to do, and then we'll go through this live training process I'm talking about here, is go in and write those 20 phone calls and follow-ups. Go in and get the emails written, go in and write the scripts, go in and write what you're going to say, at least have some bullet points, take some sort of action to where you've got a plan on what those 20 follow-ups are, because guess what? When you have a map, it's easy to find the treasure. You know what sucks? You ever look for treasure without a map? You don't have a map, you go looking, fuck, it could be anywhere. It could be right here. It could be in Timbuktu. We don't fucking know. But guess what? If we have a map, we know exactly where it's at. And when you start a follow-up map with 20 follow-ups, 16 of them value, 4 of them sales pitch, now all of a sudden you've got a map you can follow. And at the end of the map, there's always treasure, baby, right where the X signature marks the spot. So I'm going to help you guys come up with some follow-up sequences, all right? So tell me what you sell, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to write down here, like Ashley Grant, I see hers, right? So Ashley would say, I sell roofs in Alabama, and like, let's say a specific type of roof, or I do hard money lending in Mississippi, or, you know, whatever the fuck it is. So like, tell me where and what you sell, like in the comments here. I'm going to help you develop some follow-up, right? If you tell me where and what you sell, get your damn notes out, all right? Because I'm going to help you out. Meanwhile, while y'all are doing that, I'm going to scroll up and look here. Let's see what we got. My issues, I try to follow up, but I'm a one-man show, and I get very disorganized, the leads that I have. Any tips? Yes, Jared. Tips are you need phone sites and a CRM. Now I've given you this process, but you need to automate that shit. Follow up. It's like driving to work, man. We ain't fucking 100% alert when we're driving to work. Half people are scrolling on their phone because we do the shit on autopilot. Okay? What up, Ducharme? You're my next call, bro. 4 o'clock. I got you. Let's see. Nicholas Zilkowski. Hey, what's up, man? Gladys, what's up? The M3 book is excellent. Thank you guys for dropping the post there. All right, perfect. Let's see what we got here. I'm on Alan Belcher's team with Combat Business Success. All right, so we'll use Ashley since I mentioned her name here anyway. Alan's a good friend of mine, so this will help his business anyhow. So someone comes into Alan's gym, they are looking to, I think most of his folks are kids, but we'll just say an adult in my situation, right? So come through the front of the gym, they go and they get a free workout and they don't sign up. Now we got to follow up with them, right? The sign up was don't have the money, need to talk to my mama, my spouse, whatever the objection is, they're gone. We need to follow up with them. So we know in order to get them back in the gym, it might take as many as 20 follow-ups. So we need to go ahead and have 20 follow-ups prepared, actually. And I'm going to give you the first few. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that when the prospect leaves, I'm going to put notes in my CRM about them, right? What were their concerns while they were there? What made them? Were they getting bullied in school? Did they, like, the reason why we do martial arts, like a lot of my friends that are felons do martial arts is because they can't own guns, right? Like, what is the reason why they're there, okay? And I'm going to leave those notes in the CRM. And so I'm going to follow up with the person. And I'm going to say, hey, the other day, I know that you were in and you mentioned this. And let me pull up some shit here. Let's say that you mentioned that your kid was bullied. Perfect. All right, got on here. So when you were in here the other day, you mentioned that you were concerned about your kid being bullied in school. Here's an article that talks about how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu changes bullies' minds really quickly, and how even a son as small as yours can beat up even the biggest kids using just a few moves and putting his weight in the right distribution. It really keeps not only your son safe, but your entire family too. If you have any questions about this, just hit me up, right? So we're sending them out articles and social proof, you know? The second email is, again, it's like, you know, hopefully at the time that I'm reaching you, everybody in your family is safe. I know you had some concerns, which is why you came into the gym in the first place. And oftentimes when things cool off, those concerns seem to go away. But one of the things that's great about martial arts is it's never something you need until you need it. And it's better to be prepared and ready than wait for something like what happened before to happen again. I know that a lot can be on our mind and time can go by and we forget. But here's an article that talks about the benefits of keeping bullies away from your kids because they know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Again, I'm going to pepper them with some information. And by the way, you know, I'm just shooting these off the cuff here. Obviously, I'm going to do a little research and get all my shit right and everything else. But the way that I'm going to follow up with these people, and then if they hit me back in the email, I'm going to copy their email and what they said, and I'm going to put it in my CRM too. I want every little detail, every communication that we've had back in my CRM so I know everything that's going back and forth. Right here, we've got back office restaurant software. See, I like that, okay? So this is something that it's not fun. It's like POS software, point of sale software, probably for ordering, food and shit from restaurants. So it's not easy selling something like that, SaaS, right? And the follow-up is like, hey, just checking to see if you still need to place an order, right? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out what that frustration that we solve is, okay? And so then the first follow-up, let's say that I go in and I do shit door to door, and I'm walking in B2B door to door, and then I leave, I gotta follow up with them. First thing I'm saying is, hey, it's great talking to you. When we spoke, you stressed about the efficiency of ordering things in the back and how everything was stressful. Here is an article from the head of Yum Foods on some of their organization skills that they do. I know with Yum being such a big brand, even though they may be a competitor, it's probably someone that you can learn a lot from, right? And boom, I'm just hitting them with an article about somebody in their industry that's a fucking colossal titan that's killing it, right? Then I'm gonna hit them with the fucking testimonial on number 2. It's like, hey, I know you had some questions about our software, which reminds me, we were working with Tito's Cantina down the street here. And once they got our software in the back end, it's been able to add over 3% to their bottom line, which you guys know the amount of volume that you guys do, that could be colossal, which takes care of everything. Matter of fact, he is blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to keep peppering them with, and I'm going to give them like a little PR press release about it. But I'm going to have all this shit armed so that when I follow up with somebody, it's value, value, value. Here's story. Here's results in advance. Instead of just showing up going, hey, man, buy my software, I'm going to say, hey, you know what? It's great meeting you. Here's how here's how what we do has benefited somebody else just like you in a similar situation. And here's the social proof to back it up. Here's how a colossal giant in your industry handles one of the hurdles that you mentioned. And it's as simple as going to Google and searching for, a few fucking keywords, right? But you guys got to be thinking this. You got to have 20 points of contact, 16 where they're adding value. You're dropping articles, YouTube videos, blog posts, whatever the fuck, right? 16 of those and 4 calls to action. That 20th one needs to be a strong call to action. Shit or get off the pot, motherfucker. And so, again, you guys got to get all of this stuff set up, pre-loaded. Listen, we are Sales Talk with Sales Pros. We're not Sales Talk with Sales Wingers. We're not wingers. We're savages. You think a fucking savage showed up without a plan and tried to kill cowboys and shit? Hell no. I'm from Texas. Savages showed up fucking horseback with bows and arrows fucking against guns and still fucking won most of the time, dude. Fuck no, man. We're savages. We ain't fucking right. But we got to be prepared, right? Like a savage uses every fucking tool that we can to our ability and to the best of our ability. Automating our follow-up, right? Even for me, where's y'all gonna trip when I show you this shit. Let me show you how big I am on automation. So this is my iPhone that I'm picking up right here. And so this right here, let me pull it up, is text replacement, okay? Look at this. These are all the little text replacements so what I'm saying is I've automated my text messages. Like when you hit me up and you like text me and you're like, hey, Ryan, what's up, man? Blah, blah, blah. I got a little short code where I can push 2 or 3 letters together and it sends an entire text message to you. I have my text responses automated. I have fucking hundreds of them inside this phone. I didn't just build them and sat down one day and wrote 100 of them. No, hell no. Over the course of 10 years that I've had an iPhone, I've added 1 or 2 a month. You know what I mean? Maybe 1 or 2 a year at some point. But every time I got a link, I'm not going to type out the link. I'm going to make a shortcut for it. Every time that I've got a new response that I got to say, I'm going to make a shortcut for it. Why? Because that's part of the follow-up process, right? I've got follow-up replies and everything else because I'm trying to make that as fast as possible, because the more that I can automate my follow-up with value and get them coming back to me with the calls to action, the more I can spend my time doing what we salespeople love doing and what we do best, which is going out there and getting new clients. Imagine going out there and getting new prospects in and then putting them through automated follow-up. All you got to do every day, all day is go out there and go hunt the deer. You never have to skin them. You never have to carry them to the processor. You just got to go pull the trigger and then move on to the next deer and pull the trigger and move. It's like, it reminds me of this time we were hog hunting in Texas, man. We just shoot those motherfuckers and leave them right where they were. Like, you didn't have to fucking butcher them up. You didn't take them to you just shot fucking 15 or 20 hogs and just left them fuckers laying there. They ate themselves, right? They're a vermin to the land. There's too many of them. So like, they literally just want you to kill them and leave them there, right? So that the coyotes and everything else can eat them. Man, that's what we're doing as salespeople. We're savages. We're just going out slaying fucking javelina hogs like it ain't fucking nothing. And we're letting the automation, the processors, the coyotes, the vultures, the wolverines, all that shit fucking deal with it on the back end because we got it all automated. So I hope this helps you guys, right? I mean, the key in 2020 for making big sales is going to be follow-up. It's not sexy. It's not a one-call close, but that's where the money's at. And the truth is, all these little fucking internet gimmicky motherfuckers, right? The thing is, they tell you, oh, this is easy and this is sexy and you can get rich quick. Man, that's all a disguise to keep you from doing the shit that I'm telling you, which is where the real fucking money is. Look, I mean, this ain't no green screen behind me, right? This is my library, which smells of many leather-bound books and rich mahogany, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's my license plate. This is Kingmaker and Soul Taker, right? You can't put that shit on a Honda Civic. Fuck, I got experience, man. That's what I'm telling you. I got cast iron replicas from the factories of some of the cars that I've owned and shit, right? The reason why I say it's all from sales and it's from follow-up. It damn sure ain't from fucking going out prospecting new places, from follow-up, man, because that's where the money's at. Well, my competition refused to do it. I got rich doing it. And while everybody else was selling this sexy-ass one-call close, I became the king of fucking follow-up and crushing it. Yeah. With that being said, you guys I'm going to keep reading your comments and stuff. So leave your comments. If you like this, if you got some value from it, give me some feedback on here. So maybe I'll do these more often. But it'll also help more people in the group find this video so that they can get some follow-up value as well. If you have not got a ticket to the $1 Million Mastermind, get your ticket, themilliondollarmasterminds.com. Get that shit. Get your ticket. Come see me in April. My crew and I will blow your mind. There's going to be more beautiful people at this event than you've ever seen at a seminar ever before. Tons of verified celebrities on social media will be there on stage and off. The audience and the stage is just going to be off the hook with talent. You don't want to miss that shit. Make sure you get your ticket. It's only like couple hundred bucks. Anyway, all the VIP and diamond stuff are pretty much sold out. So just go get your tickets. Show up in April. Crush that shit.